Hey, what's going on, everyone? GB here. Just got back from Berlin, hosting the Valorant Game Changers event. It was awesome. It was a great time. And congratulations to G2 Gozen on their historic win. Now, I actually wanted to make this video because there was a conversation happening amongst my friends about movement in FPS games. And there is a tweet actually that, picked up a lot of steam, as it usually does for him. Jake Lucky put out this tweet about how movement kids have basically figured out how to like Superman in COD Modern Warfare 2, which led to a really interesting quote tweet from Myth, where he said that there's a real divide happening right now in the shooter genre. There's a slowly growing fan base that's in love with fluid and skill-based movement mechanics, and it's going to be interesting to see if anyone takes a leap of faith and attempts to make a game for this demographic. So let's actually talk about this, because on the one end, yes, Myth is right. There is this growing appetite for games that have, or not games, but essentially for more movement in certain games. And that is actually the important thing to note here, certain games, because you see, movement shooters have existed for a very, very long time now. If you've ever played a game of Quake, that will give you literally the dopamine rush that you want when it comes to fluid, incredible movement in a lot of these games. Heck, look at games like Halo 5 that had amazing movement. But here's the important thing to note here. The reason why the movement is happening right now isn't necessarily because people want that for games. They want it in games where they can exploit it so that this way they can have an advantage over everyone else. This kind of goes back to the whole skill-based matchmaking thing. Now, people are going to be like, you're so wrong. Oh my God. And look, I get it. You may not agree, but here's the harsh reality of the situation. People like being able to take advantage of mechanics to beat people who don't know, aren't informed, or simply cannot take advantage of those mechanics to give them an advantage in the game that they're playing. That's kind of just the harsh reality of it. Because if a movement-based game were to come out tomorrow, it'll pick up steam initially. Maybe one or two big streamers get into it, and oh my God, everyone's going to be talking about it. And then all those people are just going to go back to Warzone and Apex and, the games that they've been playing the entire time. Because A, that's what their audience wants to watch. They don't want to watch them discover and play new games. And B, it's because of what I had just said, that it's not about, movement being a skill. It's about movement being an exploit so that people could take advantage and then, I guess get more kills in a game or whatever. So yeah, so that leads us to the next tweet actually that came from Jason McCord, who actually worked on Titanfall and Apex Legends. And then he said that movement shooters are fun in the short term, but they're not sustainable. These are best fit for arena shooters, where a match is quick and fun, but you're all sugared up after 5-6 matches, and that's basically it. Welcome to my TED Talk. And that is the harsh reality of the situation. It's that we are at a point now with FPS games where they're not necessarily being made to value skill. They're being made to just hook you for as long as they possibly can. And that is clearly evident in what we're seeing with like games like Warzone. Like, honestly, I haven't even touched Warzone 2, but I can pretty much guarantee what's in that game, because it's the same game and it's never going to change. So yeah, that is the harsh truth and reality of it. Would I love to see movement shooters come back in? Hell yeah, I would love that stuff. I love looking at alternative games that can really push what you can do with an FPS. I mean, one of my favorite games that came out was Hyperscape, which was high skilled, incredible movement, lots of cool stuff you could do in that game. Did not last very long because it was too skillful. People want games that are easy to play or that they can exploit, and then somehow they can get the advantage over, the dad who's working, a 9 to 5, comes home, plays a game for a little bit, and then gets off because he's frustrated because all these cracked 16-year-olds are moving around doing Superman moves. So that's basically it. I don't foresee it getting better. If I'm being honest with you, I would love to be proven wrong, because I really, really value games that are like that, that push you to be able to do things differently, to try and, like, you know, find out new and creative ways to traverse the map and stuff. Yeah, but I don't really think that that's going to be like a selling point for any game anytime soon. But what will be those: buy these loot boxes or get this $30 skin. It shoots dragons out of its anus. Yeah, that's all I got.